Zero Mile is a Terminus Media production. If you would like to know more about Terminus Media, please head on over to terminusmedia.com. Now, on with your show.
Hi, welcome to Zero Mile, your final stop for Atlanta's geek culture. I'm your host, Kelly McDaniel, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Chris Cowan.
And I'm Matthew Malice, filling in for Zonga Fielding this week.
And this is Wonder X, who
Hey, Wonder
is
X.
also here for emotional support for myself.
Oh, yeah. We're going to need it by the end of this. But
Yep.
we're here to talk about comic books, so we're going to dive right into it. We got in indie news, we got two things from Archie. We got Jughead the Hunger, where Jughead is going to be a werewolf. So we will see if he is a werewolf to eat only hamburgers or hamburger people, or people that are hamburgers.
People that are hamburgers, probably.
Yeah.
Buffy, I mean, if Buffy taught us anything.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. Yeah, that one will be by Frank Tiara and Michael Walsh. That'll be out March 29th. And also in sort of musical news, as far as Archie is concerned, the Archies, his fictional band, is going to get a one-shot on May 24th, and that will be by Alex Zagura and Joe Eisma. That should be very interesting.
It should be. We'll see.
Yeah, Joe Eisman, he's really good at like the high school flashy drama art stuff. He was the regular artist on Morning Glories for a while, so he's got experience with the weird high school stuff. So let's see how that turns out. In Marvel news, we've got Mark Guggenheim, as you people may know, from the showrunner behind some of CW's successful TV superhero shows, is kicking off the Resurrection event at Marvel with X-Men Prime coming out March 29th. So this will be the post-Inhumans versus X-Men big resurgence of the X-Men universe. They've got about seven
now
titles
now
slated.
instead of no more mutants, all the mutants.
All the mutants.
All the mutants. All
We're
the
going to
time.
get rid of all the mutants and just give them with humans, but now we're actually going to have mutants.
So we've got we've got an X-Men Blue team book, X-Men Gold.
Oh, they're
and-
actually bringing back the colors.
Yeah, they're bringing back the blue and gold. Then they're doing a Weapon X book, which is going to be the new version of X-Force, Generation X, and then they're getting solo titles for Jean Grey, Iceman, and Cable.
So is this the 90s again?
Basically.
No, the X-Men Gold is going to be the 5 time-displaced original X-Men under the tutelage of Magneto.
Ooh.
So that should be interesting. And then the X-Men Blue is going to be Kitty finally getting to lead her own team.
Yay.
And it's going to be sort of the giant-sized X-Men #1, like Nightcrawler, Colossus, Storm kind of lineup.
Okay.
And then
Now is Jean Grey? Jean Grey hasn't come back.
no, this is the young.
This is the young one that was displaced
from the '60s. Yeah,
Okay.
it's, so like I said, X-Men Gold is the time-displaced X-Men from the '60s with
Yep.
Magneto running things. Super weird because they all still
He's tried that before.
They all
Yeah,
still
tried
viewed him
it.
as a villain. None of them
mean-
were around when he was running the X-Men in the '80s
Yeah.
after Xavier had been lost in space. So I'm super psyched. I'm a huge X-Men junkie, as you can tell.
And also in Old Man Logan news.
Old Man Logan.
Old
Yes,
Man Logan?
Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino are off the Old Man Logan ongoing as of issue 24. It's been a phenomenal 2-year run. Sorrentino is probably one of the best artists working in the industry today.
Yeah.
All of his stuff could hang in a museum. It is gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they wrap this one up in the print comics.
Should be interesting. Now we're going to dive into DC, and this one's going to be pretty extensive. First off, we got a new Bane miniseries, 12 issues, called Bane Conquest, and that's going to be Chuck Dixon, the creator of Bane, and he's going to be art by Grant Nolan. That should be a romp of a good time because, well, Bane's an extremely interesting character as far as the one who ever broke the Bat's back.
It's true. And then thought that, that he was Bruce Wayne's brother that one time. He did.
But it could be good.
He did.
I know he did. But it wasn't actually true. But his story is very intriguing just because of these are two phenomenally capable human beings. One's a little bit has super steroids, but they're both phenomenally capable people.
Everyone has their
they're super
addictions.
driven. Yep. And also, in a more retro cool news in DC, we have Batman The Shadow, where Batman and The Shadow will meet and tag team up. That's going to be a 6-issue miniseries on April 26th. And Scott Snyder and Ryla,
Okay.
you told me about this earlier. Say the last name, Rasmore? Reesmore? The artist.
Oh, Lord, I've totally
It's
forgotten.
okay. Hard to pronounce, but
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. But it should be very interesting because if anyone's familiar with The Shadow, he's a pulp as pulp can be. It basically was kind of an inspiration for Batman.
Yeah.
That should be an extremely interesting, sort of grim, sort of noir take on those two characters.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with noir for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay with what's currently going on for Justice League. Jeff Johns, what are you doing?
Tell us how you really feel,
so
Kelly.
angry.
Well, since you're so revved up, what else we got in DC news, Kelly?
Okay, so basically something that was kind of hidden off the original Rebirth list that they decided to spring on us the last comic book day is Multiverse Mayhem for JSA. And basically the Rebirth pre-52, essentially for this cover that they sprung on us, it shows 3 different... what are those things? The time hourglasses.
Mm-hmm.
The first with the original JSA lineup. So you've got Alan Scott, Jay Garrick, Dr. Fate, Hourman, Black Canary, Dr. Midnight in the first hourglass. Second hourglass has your second JSA, which of course is Justice Society of America instead of Justice League of America. But Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg, who is really kind of new and not actually part of the second team, but whatever. The Atom and Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. Then the third features the current lineup for the Justice League, which was way too many characters to count because Justice League. With a hand holding the third hourglass, and the hourglass is kind of busting out. And of course, that's really all we know is just this thing, and then the fact that this is going to start off a multi-universe mayhem, basically bringing back the multiverse. I am on a standpoint of multiverses cause confusion, and this is why most comic books do not last, and people are very confused and don't want to start it. Not that, oh hey, let's just revamp everything for the movies. No, maybe not have characters that are literally like their own special thing that haven't shown up in 30 years because they're not in the same world anymore. Just randomly show up.
Oh, like we've talked to this off camera about the idea of that because you keep going multiverse, non-multiverse, back to multiverse.
Yeah.
Besides the confusion, it's just not good storytelling because besides the confusion, you get sort of like this inconsistency amongst what you can and cannot do with these universes and what they're supposed to be doing. If you need new material and all that fun stuff.
I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
DC just needs to make up their minds.
I don't like it. I'm really just angry.
They need to make up their minds.
But in more positive news, it could be interesting. This could be, with bringing the multiverse back, they may be able to bring some new ideas to the fore that they've long since sort of laid fallow that some of the audience may enjoy, and that may give them a new direction for some other sort of the main lines.
I guess because my dad loved Batman a lot as a kid, and so I grew up with reading Batman as a kid as well, and seeing, I'm 26 years old, seeing 25 years essentially of comic books in DC Universe, I don't trust them to do well. I don't trust them to do anything right. I trust them to go, what I know them to do is they're going to do everything they can to sensationalize to get more readers. But the point is, and this even goes towards Marvel and other big named comic books, doing that is alienating your readers, not actually bringing new people in. And I'm tired of it.
But to be fair, companies are still companies. They have to make money. They have to go where they can get money. And comic books are a very thin margin of profit. So they've got to do something. And while we want to be here and sort of hold up a higher ideal of what for them, we still have to acknowledge they live in the real world and they have to try to make money. And now I agree with you, it may not be the best way to go about doing it, but they still need to figure out something to do.
I think Marvel's had a smarter approach to this. They did just recently do Secret Wars, and they tried to consolidate some of their multiversal properties into slightly. I'm not even going to get into the Spider stuff. I've never liked Spider-Man. Anyway, but instead of going hey, we're going to start a new universe every 2 to 5 years, which has been DC's failed plan at their comics titles.
Okay, not exactly.
They just relaunched their series. They shuffle around some team lineups, post-Civil War. We've got some new teams, but it's still all the same timeline.
Right.
If they want to dip into some of their older timelines, they've had little wacky side stories.
That could actually be another whole off-the-rails topic about the idea of continuities and big event syndrome that we're now currently in.
And I think that's my thing is I'm burned by all the different continuities. I think that this is just a sensationalized effort, especially because they hid it sort of, from the public until putting it out there going, oh my goodness, look at this one shot to start off this next thing. when it's kind of like, we just finally got Rebirth. We just finally got our
sort of
characters
settled in.
back. Can we please just settle into these stories
like
first
I
before we do something else?
I don't think news, that's what we got today.
Yeah.
But we can definitely talk about this in more great length later on.
Yeah.
I mean, the fans wanted the old school JSA back, so they're getting what they want.
Hey.
I didn't.
But anyways, where can people find you guys?
I'm at Girl Friday Cause on Twitter. Feel free to argue with me about this. I'm cool with it. I'm still just very, very angry and upset.
You can find me at Mutant Biscuit, kind of showing my X-Men colors here. Tweet me.
Yeah, I am at Bioimportance, and if you wanted to give us feedback, you want us to get a little dialogue going, you can find us at 0mile@terminusmedia.com.
And always like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.